The US Congress was planning to vote on a resolution last week as part of its continued pressure on the government of Ethiopia. In a discussion she had with chairperson of the African Union, Congresswoman Karen Bass indicated that sanction was still possible on Ethiopia if things won't show any positive progress. After her shocking announcement, Ethiopians in the diaspora approached the Congresswoman to explain the real situation in Ethiopia. Their effort resulted in the postponement of voting.
The Ethiopian diaspora had a conversation with Karen Bass in her office the past Friday, July 23rd. It was somewhat fruitful. I believe, I think even prior to that, the Ethiopian diaspora has been doing a lot of Twitter campaigns. We've also did Vote Our Voice. We've individually met with our senators and representatives locally. And we've been doing a lot just to raise awareness, as well as to say, you know, we are tax-paying citizens. Though we are born in Ethiopia, we are American citizens. And our voice seemed like it's not being heard. And there seems to be selective hearing within the office or the administration. During the meeting, there was really great conversation. We had a really great team that participated, that addressed some of our major concerns, and even during the meeting she did mention that, you know, it needed to be revised.
The successful intervention Ethiopians made to challenge senators and congressmen and women is a testament that when coming together, Ethiopians can reverse the irreversible, they said.
The reason why Congresswoman Karen Bass have been forced to talk to the Ethiopian community, because we showed that previous to demonstrations by knocking their doors, telling them that we have our voting rights, if you wish, that we can use next time around when elections come, and we should be able to exercise that. When the Biden government was coming to power, the Ethiopians believed that because Trump was waging pretty much war against Ethiopia, we thought Biden government would have a sensible approach to this whole Ethiopian agenda. But what we realized and what we found out was some of the cronies of the PLFs come back to the Biden government different forms, as advisors, as part of the executive branch. And the same thing is that we find some in the corridors of the Congress. So we like to see that we show our force to support the Ethiopian agenda by talking to our senators and congressmen and doing the same, because at the end of the day, this is information age. The kind of information that you have there available is critical in winning the war.
Members of the peace cause underscore the need to work towards a concerted effort so that Ethiopians in all corners of the world will be able to protect the well-being of the country.
The foreign governments cannot choose their own cronies to bring someone who is going to be executing their agenda. It should be people's agenda. It should be Ethiopian people's agenda that should be governing what's going on in this country. Other forces from outside cannot be the one to govern our country. Ethiopia is a sovereign country, and it has been all stated throughout our history. This generation has to understand that and fight for it, and it is our role to assert the independence of Ethiopia, the sovereignty of Ethiopia, wherever we are.
Though the plan of the Congress to vote on the resolution is still up in the air, the effort made by members of the Ethiopian diaspora to let the world know the truth has been gaining momentum, it was learned.